Hey guys, welcome to another season preview, and we are doing Melbourne United, probably the most Supercoach relevant team. I'm Matrix. This is Hammer, mate. What are your thoughts on Melbourne United? What's your first reaction?
First reaction is that schedule through the first three rounds is the best in the league. And it's going to impact a lot of decisions that super coaches make early on. Big questions like how many Melbourne players is too many and which ones? What are you thinking?
Well, you can only trade out unless you're boosting in round four, and I don't like banking boosts this early in
Yep.
the season. But you can only own so many, and look, we're going to have a little bit of chat about that guard rotation, but I am very excited and I see some clear paths for some very juicily priced forwards and centers. And I suppose the elephant in the room, the power forward in the room, is Jack White.
Mhm.
Back after a G League and NBA stint, he come in at a price that I expected to be higher. It's 232K, and I understand why he is. I think he's 45% owned.
Yeah. He's in my squad at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with Jack White, but there's been a lot of movement with this team, especially in the big man department. We've lost JLA, we've lost Ariel Huckporty to the NBA. Marcus Lee's come across from the Jack Jumpers after previously playing with United under Dean Vickerman. Um, and Ian Clark's re-signed as an import. But overall, very stable. A lot of stability with the United outfit.
And they're a bee's dick away from a championship, to be honest.
Mm. A bee's dick or a Jack McVeigh miracle.
Mate, I know that you've got a little chuckle in your eye there as you
Oh,
say that. But look, Jack White at power forward, maybe we don't need to focus on him too much because I don't see a reason to not own Jack White.
all right. Can I play devil's advocate just for a minute? And
Sit on my
I'll
shoulder.
put I'll put a disclaimer here that I do own him. If he produces the same stat line that he did for NBL 21 when he was last in the league, I thought he was great, but he was only 18 Supercoach points a game, which is the equivalent of a Sam Wardenberg. Would you be picking Sam Wardenberg as your starting centre and potential captain option?
I'm not 100% sold on a potential captain option. And I think if he was 300K, we would be having a completely different
Yeah.
discussion. But I think at 230K, when I look at the structure of this team, and you've just got to have a little bit of belief that the fact that he had an NBA stint, that he played beside Nikola Jokic, probably practiced beside him, had a really, beside, thanks guys, had a really good G League campaign and that over there. You've just got to believe that he has grown in a player. We're talking 2021. We're talking 3 years. Should be in his prime now.
Well, you mentioned his G League stint, and we've touched on it in the previous pods, and I've put up on Twitter about how G League stats tend to actually translate pretty accurately to the NBL. Now, Jack's had two G League stints. The first one was with the Grand Rapid Gold, which was the Denver affiliate. And if that was to translate to Supercoach points, it'd be 40 Supercoach points a game, which by all means, go and grab that guy. If you were to take his second stint with the South Bay Lakers, these stats were a lot deflated and still played 27 minutes a game, translates to 23 Supercoach points. So let's see how it plays out. We have had one preseason game, though, to get a look at him, and that was the other night against the Brisbane Bullets. Melbourne United were severely undermanned, but he did play, played 17 minutes for 19 Supercoach points. Can the guy shoot it from outside?
Apparently, he can. I just haven't seen it yet.
I don't think anyone's seen it, so there's a concern. He's not quite even at Luke Travers' clip from outside, so perhaps there's a matchup issue where maybe they go with some of their bench options.
I mean, like the thing with me owning him is one, I can't afford not to because everybody's going to own him. If he does light it up, I'm not really expecting him ever to be a 400K guy,
Mhm.
but I think his floor is 230K. As
Yeah,
you said, that second stint, that you were not impressed with the South Bay Lakers. He averaged 23 Supercoach points. That's what he's priced at. So for
Mm,
me, Jack White is priced at his floor, which is why I own him. Minimal risk, a lot to gain.
yeah. I think the ceiling's a lot higher. So, yeah, good point. Uh, so obviously he's your top pick. Have we got any cash cows floating around at Melbourne?
Mate, look, I set Cash Cow the line at 200K, but with United's fantastic off season
Mhm.
and Marcus Lee at 203K for me is unders. And for me, it's because he's replacing Joe Luala-Chul. I expect Jack White to play the four, to hopefully take that Luke Travis role, which for good or for bad, was maybe a little bit underwhelming. But
Very.
Marcus Lee, Joe Luala-Chua was always worth a lot of points. We've got
Yeah.
Huck Porty moving on. And when I have a look at the depth chart for this team, like, I don't expect Rob
Rob
Lowe
Lowe.
to be playing huge minutes. Like, I'm expecting this guy to play a metric fuck ton of minutes. I would even like Jack White to come in and play the backup center, which is the reason I own both Jack White and Marcus Lee. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Look, the upside for Marcus Lee's there. He had an injury-plagued season, and he minute shared with Will Magnay. It really was almost an even minute split most of the season. When he was with United a couple of seasons ago, he came in for the back end of the year, and he was almost a walking double-double. He's not a prolific scorer, so sometimes you get the 10 rebounds and 8 points. But look, the opportunity's there, and I think the role's gonna be there. Rob Lowe's a different kind of guy. He's a stretch 5. Marcus Lee is not that. He's a solid defender, and Vickerman uh, really emphasizes defense. I'll tell you who my cash cow may be on this team. And this is a really long stretch. I don't even love this one, but Kyle
Do it.
Bowen. Kyle Bowen. It's like ASMR.
The mango.
That's it. The big mango. Uh, Look, expanded role. He played well in glimpses last season, limited opportunity. He's shown with his ugly ass shot he can stretch the floor a bit. Maybe a better shooter than Jack White, but he's a big 4, undersized 5. They're thin after losing both JLA and Huck 40, and I think there's gonna be a few more minutes. And at his price, I think there's upside.
Yeah, look, I do think he's going to get an opportunity this year. Whether
Mhm.
it's enough for me to jump on him, it's not enough for me to jump on him week one. And when we have a look at that schedule, really juicy rounds 2 and 3, but probably somebody that I would see myself trading out rounds
Yep.
4 and 5. And I'm going to be chasing some other guys. But we've just had this whole discussion. We've went through the news. We've gone through the strength of
Mhm.
schedule. We've had a chat about the top pick, and we've had a chat about the cash cows, and we have not mentioned a guard on this team. Let me
Mhm.
shout out to our sponsor, Ryan from Astute Newstead. Uh, Excellent
Look at that mo.
transition, because this guy is also a forward at 6'6", helping you with all your home loan needs. Are your interest rates above 6.2%? I tell you what, get this big guy with a cheeky mustache in your
Mm.
DMs, and he will help you with an obligation-free home loan quote to renovate your home, to refinance your current home, or help you with your dream home. That is probably the best shout out Hammer will ever get in his life. But let's have a chat about these guards, mate,
Mm.
because red flags we're talking about and what we need to see from preseason. For me, it's all about the guards.
Yeah, there's stability there. We've got a pretty solid guard rotation. We're talking Illy, Delhi, uh, Goulding, Clark, and even Cameron off the bench. There's a lot of minutes to, well, not many minutes to go around, is there?
No, that's my problem. And like I can see a lineup where Goulding plays small forward and they just
Mm,
take that, I suppose, that hit defensively due to him being so
yeah.
great offensively. And Delhi is just coming off an Australian campaign. Let's stay. I think he's yours or my age. But he's playing fantastic basketball at the moment. But I just can't see a world where I want Delhi at 350k, where Illy gets enough minutes with Delhi there. Goulding's still going to be hit or miss. Ian Clark's the one that's the most attractive price wise, but I think he's almost the odd man out with these guys. I
Yeah.
just need to see somebody break the mold and earn more minutes on this team. I need to see an alpha dog.
Yeah, nothing excites me at all. Um, God, I sound depressed, don't I?
Yeah, you
Look,
okay, man?
yeah, not with this schedule. Look, Delhi is the pick for me. His game fits, and he added that offensive repertoire last year. The shooting was there. He could actually hit a three for once in his life. But the price now, he's 350k. He's pushing up there towards like a Jalen Adams, Xavier Cooks at forward. Like, I don't think he's in the same echelon as those guys. But Illy at 250k, the guy accumulates stats, but he's inconsistent. It's just there's nothing I love there. And if it wasn't for the schedule, I wouldn't consider either of them.
So the second Delhi gets hurt, Shea Illy is
Yeah,
owned by me. I actually really liked Shea Illy's game for Supercoach, and I think on any other given team, Shea Illy would be a guy that I want in my lineup. Delhi was too good last year.
yeah,
Honestly, I didn't expect it. He was probably one of the ones that got away and was maybe the difference between me finishing 300th and 100th because I just kept saying,
yeah,
I know what I can do on the basketball court at his age. And I just go, man, this is too much hard work. Delhi has to be breaking down, but he just hasn't yet. Look, if I can see one of these guys step up, I can see me owning a guard. I'm just not sure time permits.
yeah. Look, it's a wait and see for me, but we do remember last year when Delhi was out with concussion and Illy got the bulk of the minutes and the ball to do some things, and you owned him and you made some moves with him in your squad at that point. So who knows? It might all happen again, but I'm a wait and see on these guys.
Mate, that just about wraps up. We have all our Insight Unlimited gear on our web store. Duck in. We also have our Patreon. You can get involved, get direct contact with us, and we can help you build your rosters. But look, Melbourne United is a team that I'm targeting early, and I will own a couple of these guys. But yeah, super excited. Stay posted, and tomorrow we'll have another team.
Can't wait.
Cheerio.